Good morning, students. Welcome back to the next part of history, chapter 4, Thinkers, Beliefs and Buildings, part 2, History of Buddhism, Sanji Stupa. Today, before begin the session, just I wanted to explain the meaning of some particular words which will come into this session. Words are I have written on the board, please have a look. Salvation, mukti or moksha. Asceticism, renunciation, that means the one person who is renouncing all the things and become a sannyasi, right? And vows means promise. Celibacy means purity, means the state of abstaining from marriage and sexual relations. A sannyasi is always abstaining from the marriage and sexual relations. That is why we can say celibacy or purity. Next is trials and tribulations. Its meaning of trials and tribulations is difficult situations or unpleasant experiences. As you know that time, the contemporary time, people of lower caste, they face many difficult situations and unpleasant experiences. That is known as trials and tribulations. Next is mendicants. Mendicants means wanderers, like beggar. The teachers or the thinkers or the sannyasis are always wanderers. They are like wanderers, unlike beggars only. That is known as mendicants. Lay persons mean the common people. Common people in the sense they are not from the clergy sect. So let's begin the session with a debate and discussions. Yes, we get a glimpse of live discussions and debate from the Buddhist text. Teachers means thinkers. We discuss about various thinkers like Kongzi, Plato, Aristotle and Buddha, Mahavira, etc. These teachers, they move from one place to another and convince one another and convince the laypersons with the common people about the validity of their philosophy. They are known as the philosophers. What is the meaning of philosopher? Philosopher means the person who is having his own theory. That is philosopher. So they are the philosophers. They just wanted to convince their philosophy and the way they understood the world to others. So debate and discussion will be there because they wanted to explain their own theory and others will not accept. So these discussions they conducted in the Kudagrashala. Kudagrashala, we can say, literally means a hut with a pointed roof. 1 mark में क्वेश्चन आ सकता है, define वाला कुछ भी हो या आपका fill in the blanks कुछ भी हो. Kudagrashala means a hut with a pointed roof or grooves where the mendicants halted. Mendicants means the travelers or the wanderers, like beggars. No, they are not beggars, they are moving from one place to another, like teachers, philosophers, the thinkers, they are moving, they are दुनिया के बारे में जानने के लिए, means reality, ultimate reality को पता करने के लिए, means move करते हैं, and they are halted in that place. When the discussions started now, the philosopher, if the philosopher is able to succeed, to convince one of his rival, debate हमेशा ऐसा होता है, isn't it? If he is able to convince the rival, then the followers of the rival become the disciple of the philosopher. Understood? Means, suppose I am the philosopher and I am just wanted to explain my philosophy to you, but you are not ready to accept, then debate will be there. You are having also some followers and I am also having followers. And what will happen? If I am succeeded in convincing you, then your followers will be mine. Like in our film industry as well as in our field also, number of fans associations are there, right? Like some are fan of Sachin, some are of Dhoni, some are of Shah Rukh, some are of Ranbir, like that. Why? Because we are fascinated towards the acting of that particular person, or towards the style of playing of some person, right? In such a way, the philosophers, they debated, when the person is convincing, succeeded in convincing other, the followers of the rival become the disciple of mine, right? And like teachers like Mahavira and Buddha, they also questioned the authority of Vedas. In the last class only, I discussed about the thinkers, they questioned about the sacrifices that was in the Rig Veda, written in Rig Veda, and performing sacrifices like animal sacrifice and human sacrifice. They questioned. In such a way, many rituals were there. Like Brahmanical texts describe about the human society divided into 4 sections. Varna system, Brahmanic, Brahmins, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas and Shudras. They questioned. And the Brahmanical text explained that a person's respect, that he is getting everything based on the birth. And their questions, that is not based on birth, based on karma. And we are having a good example also, Mauryan dynasty. Chandragupta Maurya and Ashoka, they had given a good golden era for the subcontinent. They are from the Shudra section. They are not Brahmanas. In some Buddhist texts mentioned they are from the Kshatriya sect, but in some texts they are mentioning that they mention that they are from the Shudra sect. That means from the lower section they also given a good name as well as a fame. So janam se nahi hote sab. So that is why the teachers like Mahavira and Buddha questioned the authority of Vedas and every rituals which was mentioned in the Rig Veda. Next is beyond worldly pleasures, the teaching of Mahavira. The basic principles of Jainism that was already existence in North India before the birth of Lord Mahavira, that means Vardhamana Mahavira. Let's have a look about Lord Mahavira or Vardhamana Mahavira. He was born in Vaishali Vaji Janapata, Mahajanapata, present day Bihar. Parents Trishala and Siddhartha. He was believed to be born as in between 6th and 4th century BC. He spent 12 and a half years for meditation, 30 years as a teacher or preaching. He was, in Jaina tradition, believed him as the 24th Tirthangara. Tirthangara means teacher. Meaning is mentioned here also, elaborated meaning. Tirthangara means those who guide men and women across the river of existence. He was believed as the successor of the 23rd Tirthangara or teacher, that is Parshvanatha. That means we can say that he was a disciple of Parshvanatha. According to Jainism or Jaina philosophy or the teaching of Mahavira, the entire world is animated. Entire world is animated means everything having life. Soil, rock, water, it's everything having life. That is, entire world is animated. And they follow the policy of ahimsa, not to kill anything, even an insect also. We have to save an insect also. That is the principle of ahimsa they followed. And you know well, the entire India followed the principle of ahimsa. You are well aware of about the Mahatma Gandhi's nationalist movement. He followed the policy of non-violence and ahimsa. The entire country also followed, right? The importance of ahimsa. And according to Jaina philosophy, teaching of Mahavira, cycle of birth and rebirth that was based on karma. Karma के अनुसार मतलब जो birth and rebirth का cycle चलेगा, right? And asceticism and penance are required to free oneself from the cycle of karma. If you wanted to stop this cycle of karma, you need to follow asceticism. That means एक वैरागी बनना है. वैरागी means sannyasi बनना है. एंड ऑल्सो पेनेंस, पनिशमेंट, अपने आप को, पनिशमेंट मीन्स आपस में मारना पीटना, ये नहीं, अपने आप मारना ये नहीं है, मीन्स यू सपोज डिजेयर्स, आपका डिजेयर्स को ख़त्म करना। ऐसा करेगा तो 100% आपका ये आप मुक्ति पाएगा, राइट। एंड उसके लिए बोला गया कि फॉर साल्वेशन, मुक्ति के लिए मोनास्टिक एक्सिस्टेंस इज नेसेसरी। मोनास्टिक एक्सिस्टेंस मीन्स वन शुड बी अ मंक और नन, right, that and the Jaina monks or the nuns, they have to take they should take 5 vows, promise. What are they? To abstain from killing, not to kill anyone or anything, and stealing, not means abstain from stealing, चोरी नहीं करना, lying, झूठ नहीं बोलना, to abstain, celibacy. Celibacy, I told you that what is the meaning of celibacy? Purity. That means see here, the state of abstaining from marriage and sexual relations. A monk should not be married, and they should not make any relationship, sexual relationship, right? That is the celibacy, purity or pure. To abstain फ्रॉम प्रोसेसिंग प्रॉपर्टी, आपका अंदर वो डिज़ायर नहीं होना चाहिए, प्रॉपर्टी मुझे और चाहिए करके वो प्रॉपर्टी के ऊपर ही डिज़ायर नहीं होना चाहिए। दीज आर द 5 vows दे हैव टू टेक, मीन्स मंक्स और नन्स ऑफ जैना शुड टेक। एंड दिस Jainism spread totally all over India, and many people also follow Bengia. And they have written the documents also, means the teachings also preserved in the as a manuscripts. These manuscripts are preserved in the temples, libraries related to the Jaina temples. हर Jaina temple में library होंगी, उसमें वहाँ पर इसका manuscripts preserve करके रखा है, teachings of Mahavira and it's everything, his philosophy, their philosophy they mentioned. And even in some sculptures also we found we are able to understand that Jaina traditions. And one more thing I wanted to say, that this philosophy this wanted to explain to the people in the form of stories. फिलोसफी को स्टोरी के जरिया से समझाया गया, बिकॉज इट वॉज वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू अंडरस्टैंड द कॉमन पीपल, जो ये क्या बोल रहे हैं क्या नहीं बोल रहे। सो कॉमन पीपल, जैसे बुद्धा, द टीचिंग ऑफ बुद्धा दैट वाज आल्सो कंपेल्ड बाय द फॉलोअर्स ऑफ बुद्धा। इन द सेम वे महावीरा का जो फॉलोअर्स है, डिसाइपल्स है, दे आल्सो कंपेल्ड द टीचिंग्स ऑफ महावीरा, बट दैट इज इन द फॉर्म ऑफ स्टोरीज। ऐसे डिफरेंट लैंग्वेज में लिखा है, प्राकृत लैंग्वेज, संस्कृत लैंग्वेज एंड तमिल लैंग्वेज में लिखा है। एंड इसमें से एक बुक है, देखो प्राकृत टेक्स्ट है, उत्तराध्यायना सुता एक बुक है, उसमें से एक स्टोरी में बताता हूँ आपको। कमलावती करके एक क्यू ने, एंड शी जस्ट वांटेड टू, मतलब ये स्टोरी क्या है, स्टोरी से जनता को समझा रहा है व्हाट आई मेंट और व्हाट आई मीन, और मैं क्या है, मैं क्या चाहता हूँ दुनिया में, दुनिया को बताना क्या चाहता है वो। आप कमलावती के, क्वीन कमलावती के जो वेडिंग से बोल रहे हैं, क्वीन कमलावती अपने हस्बैंड को समझा रहा है वर्ल्डली प्लेजर को छोड़ने के लिए। राजा को बोल रहा है कि यू लीव द किंगडम, सब कुछ छोड़ो, डिज़ायर छोड़ो, डिज़ायर छोड़ेगा तो सब कुछ हो जाएंगे। एंड मूव लाइक ए विंड वेर एवर यू वांट। जहाँ पर देखो पूरा दुनिया में प्लेजर्स है, एंड प्लेजर अगर तुम उसके अटैचमेंट में रहेगा तो ज़िंदगी में तुम कुछ नहीं पाएगा, तुम्हें और पाने का इच्छा होगा, और पाने की इच्छा होगा तो क्या करेंगे, फिर आपका डिज़ायर कभी ख़त्म नहीं होगा, तो आप कभी शांति नहीं मिलेगा, आपको अपना शांति नहीं मिलेंगे। सो लुक एट द बर्ड्स क्या करेंगे, केज में रहना पसंद नहीं करेगा ना, वो क्या करना चाहता है, वो तो अपना आकाश में घूमना चाहता है। तो सेम आसिटीज है, हम इसको सबको छोड़ो, अपना पैलेस को छोड़ो, इसका जो कितना भी आपका सेंस को जो प्लेजर मिलता है उसको सबको छोड़ के निकलो हवा की तरह, जहाँ हमारे को खुशियाँ मिले वहाँ चले, फ्री माइंड होकर के। एंड हमारा विदाउट हैट्रेड, विदाउट डिज़ायर, विदाउट द लव टू अटेन समथिंग, मूव करो तो हमारे को अपना हैप्पीनेस मिलेगा, दुनिया का हैप्पीनेस मिलेंगे, और वी कैन अटेन दिस हैप्पीनेस। लाइक ये जब देख रहे थे तब मुझे बाइबल का वर्ड्स भी आया, बाइबल में भी लिखा है कि जो क्या बोलेंगे, लुक इनटू द एयर, द बर्ड्स आर फ्लाइंग, दे आर नॉट सोइंग, दे आर नॉट रीपिंग, and they are not at all filling the barns. Look at the flowers, they are not thinking that tomorrow what we should wear. लेकिन जिसका अंदर डिज़ायर है ना वो कभी सेटिस्फाई नहीं होता है। इस बात सच्चाई भी है। कि एक छोटा एग्जाम्पल देता हूँ, मैं आपको ये चैप्टर पढ़ा रहा था ना, पढ़ाने के लिए सोचा है अरे यार नेक्स्ट फिलोसफी है, बच्चे कैसे समझेंगे फिलोसफी को, उनका मन में दिखाना मतलब बिठाना इट्स वेरी डिफ़िकल्ट, मैं क्या करूँ। मैंने बहुत सारे बुक्स वगैरह ढूंढा है कि क्या क्या करना है क्या नहीं करना है, कैसे बोलना बच्चों को। मेरा डिज़ायर है कि मेरे बच्चों को अच्छी तरह समझाना है, उन्हें अच्छा मार्क लेना है दिलाना है, वो डिज़ायर है मेरा डिज़ायर। तो मैं तो रात में नींद भी हटा दिया मेरे को चैन नहीं है। तो मैं टोटली मेरे को डिज़ायर है कि मेरे बच्चों को अच्छा मार्क दिलाना है। ये चैप्टर की वजह से उनको 10 मार्क का वेटेज भी है शायद, इसको मार्क कम नहीं होना चाहिए। तो वो डिज़ायर से मैं परेशान हो गया। तो मैंने डिज़ायर लास्ट में क्या कर दिया, मैंने पढ़ के आ गया। तो मेरे को लगा कि बिल्कुल सही बोला है महावीरा बुद्धा ने, डिज़ायर को छोड़ो। मैंने छोड़ दिया, जो हो जाएगा हो जाएंगे, जो अपना मन में क्या है वो करेंगे अपना मन का। तो उसके बाद नींद भी आ गया, अपना मन में जो है वो मैं आपको पढ़ा रहा हूँ। ज़्यादा डिज़ायर रखेगा तो हम कुछ पाएंगे नहीं। दैट ओनली लॉर्ड महावीरा बुद्धा हमें सिखाया है। इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि जो सर ने बोला इसलिए डिज़ायर मत रखो पढ़ने के लिए, ज़्यादा मत पढ़ो यार कोई बात नहीं, मार्क मत लो, नो ऐसा नहीं, ठीक है, डोंट थिंक सो, राइट। सो नेक्स्ट टुडे वी आर जस्ट कंक्लूडिंग दिस पोर्शन हियर। नाउ नेक्स्ट इज क्वेश्चनेयर. Now I want to go ask some questions to you, but you have to write these questions in a copy and try to find out the answer from the textbook. If you are facing any problem, please contact me. First question is, who was Vardhamana Mahavira?
Vardhamana Mahavira, he was an important teacher of Jainism, and he was a Kshatriya prince and considered as the 24 Tirthankaras, and he spent 12 and a half years for meditation and 30 years of preaching.
For preaching, right. And who were Tirthankaras?
Tirthankaras means those who guide men and women across the river of existence.
Those who guide individuals across the river of existence. Okay. Can you tell me 5 vows taken by the Jaina monks and nuns?
The 5 vows are to abstain from killing, not to tell lie, not to steal, and to observe celibacy, and to abstain from possessing property.
Possessing property. Right. And what is the meaning of Kudagrashala?
Kutagrashala means a hut with pointed roofs.
Or we can say that the grooves where mendicants halted. That also we can say. And teachings of Mahavira.
The teachings of Mahavira are entire world is animated. Second, the principle of ahimsa to be adopted, and third is the cycle of birth and rebirth is based on the karma, and the asceticism and penance to free oneself from karma.
The recycle of cycle of karma. And these many questions you may please write in a copy and try to learn also. Okay, thanks.